Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bold and the beautiful indicate that RJ Forrester and Zend Forrester Dominguez will keep their amicable relationship going for Eric Forrester's sake. After a brief lull in the hostilities on Wednesday's B&B show, RJ and Zend will build on it and decide that Eric is more important than their ongoing disagreements. Eric is ready to rejoice with some of his closest friends and family since he has been given another chance at life. Although RJ and Zend have decided to put their differences aside and concentrate on that, their rivalry may resurface in the not-too-distant future. As his loved ones arrive for the celebration he has planned, Eric will be ecstatic in the interim. Following an impassioned speech, Eric will do a risky action that will make Donna very happy. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Donna Logan will be shocked when Eric proposes to her again with a passionate proposal. Although Eric is playing for keeps this time, he hopes that Donna's walk down the aisle with him will be her last. Donna would gladly accept Eric's proposal of marriage since he will reassure her that she is the right man for him and ask her to live out the rest of her days by his side. Eric will wish to wed Donna right away, since they will already have all the necessary key guests present, as opposed to having a protracted engagement. Prior to the celebration, Eric reportedly had secret conversations with Carter Walton and Ridge Forrester. It appears that he was quickly preparing for a marriage proposal and wedding. When Donna learns how quickly everything is happening, she might feel a little overwhelmed, but she won't hesitate to commit to Eric and their long-term relationship. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Donna and Eric intend to tie the knot as soon as possible. Therefore, keep checking back for news on their engagement and impending hasty wedding. After speaking with the caterers, Eric Forrester told Donna Logan that everything was set, according to Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, February 7. Although Eric was certain that this Insta-party was just what the doctor ordered, Donna remained nervous about it. Zend Forrester Dominguez was pleased with Eric's health reports and learned that he was committed to squandering no more time that could be spent celebrating with his beautiful Donna. Ridge Forrester told Carter Walton that Eric's rehabilitation was going well before Katie Logan arrived at Forrester Creations. Ridge stated that since Brooke Logan was also there for some party talk, there was no way to persuade Eric that it wouldn't happen tonight. At the design office, RJ Forrester and Luna Nozawa would joke that they should get an award for forcing themselves to leave their bubble of the perfect beach house. Luna was relieved that she had finally found her true love, but she was also a little concerned about Poppy Nozawa's impression of her first ever all-night party. When Luna later spoke to Poppy alone, she gave the impression that she had been with RJ, and Poppy was relieved to realize how much Luna loved him. Luna said she had the best night ever with RJ and explained how he made it even better. Poppy had completed her internship on her own and had fallen in love in the process, so she was ecstatic to meet Luna. Eric was ecstatic to see RJ, Zend, Ridge, and Carter back at the Forrester residence on Tuesday's B&B episode. Carter carried a card in the club, so Eric might infer that they were all Forrester men. Following Eric's departure to have a private discussion with Ridge and Carter, Zend disclosed that he and RJ have been getting along well lately. However, Zend wanted RJ to know that Luna was an incredible woman and that RJ was lucky to have her in his life. RJ pronounced himself grateful for his good fortune and vowed to keep Luna around forever. That RJ considered Zend as a cousin as well as a designer made Zend happy. It seemed like the tension between RJ and Zend was finally starting to decrease. Eric said he was going to carpe diem every day from then on, saying he would not wait for this celebration to go on. Eric was happy to make a fresh start in life and appreciative of his loved one's constant support. Donna told Brooke and Katie that she was always worried about Eric and the possibility of something going wrong somewhere. Donna recounted some passionate memories and reiterated that Eric had been her genuine love. Donna continued by saying that her honey bear was her everything and that all she wanted was to be with him as often as possible. Previews for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Donna will receive a significant surprise during the party Eric is hosting, so tune in to find out what Eric has in store for her. Bold and the Beautiful teasers suggest that as naysayers like Brooke Logan try to tear Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester apart, the more difficult it will be for them to stay together. It's evident that whenever someone like Brooke attempts to break Hope's bond with Thomas, her rebellious side emerges. Hope is determined to make decisions for herself, therefore that means Hope and Thomas stand an excellent chance of making it to the altar. But Xander Avant isn't done pursuing Thomas for the harm he caused to Emma Barber. Xander believes that Hope shouldn't be with someone who has committed such heinous acts, and he still holds Thomas accountable for Emma's passing. Hope thinks Thomas has changed, but Xander doesn't think Thomas has really renounced his evil ways. In light of that, Xander could eventually start ruining weddings. Xander would undoubtedly cause additional trouble before the wedding, but he would also make for an excellent source of drama during Thomas and Hope's real weddings. Will Xander interrupt the ceremony and start a riot? A lot of B&B weddings have major problems. Perhaps in a last-ditch attempt, Xander will try to prevent Hope from being married to a guy he views as a monster. Maybe Xander can make a big spectacle by hurling accusations in front of all the other visitors. Would Hope give up or wed Thomas in any case? Could Xander say anything to convince Hope otherwise, given that Thomas had already told her the truth about what happened that night? If Xander loses control at the ceremony and maybe does anything to hurt Thomas physically, B&B might take a more surprising turn. Xander could be prepared to go that far if he gets fixated on the concept of obtaining justice for Emma. Xander may even persuade himself that by eliminating Thomas and the threat he presents, the world would be better off. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Xander will eventually revise his plan and break bad news to Thomas, regardless of how this all turns out. It's clear that Hope's rebellious side comes out anytime someone like Brooke tries to sever her relationship with Thomas. Hope and Thomas have a great chance of making it to the altar since Hope is determined to make her own decisions. Xander Avant, however, isn't giving up on Thomas for the damage he did to Emma Barber. Xander still considers Thomas responsible for Emma's death, believing that Hope shouldn't be with someone who has done such horrible things. Hope believes Thomas has turned his life around, but Xander doesn't think Thomas has truly given up his wicked ways. Given that, Xander could ultimately begin to spoil marriages. Before the wedding, Xander would definitely cause more difficulty, but he would also provide plenty of drama for Thomas and Hope's actual nuptials. Will Xander cause a riot by interfering with the ceremony? Many B&B weddings have serious issues. Maybe Xander will make one more effort to stop Hope from getting married to this person he thinks is a monster. Perhaps Xander could make a great show out of shouting accusations at the other guests. If Hope gave up, would she still marry Thomas? Thomas had already told Hope the truth about what had transpired that night. Could Xander say anything to persuade her otherwise? B&B might take a more unexpected turn if Xander loses control during a ceremony and possibly does something to physically harm Thomas. If Xander becomes obsessed with the idea of getting justice for Emma, he could be willing to go that far. Xander could even convince himself that the world would be a better place if Thomas and his menace were eliminated. No matter how this all plays out, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Xander will ultimately change his mind and tell the awful news to Thomas. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.